So if I start my video with the things panoramic view, if I start it with a panoramic view, then it stays upright. If I start it with a vertical view, then I change on the phone to panoramic, then it looks sideways to you guys. I've learned something today. Oh my god. So I just watched your response video to my rant, my 40-minute rant. Thank you for responding. I really get a kick out of when people can actually fucking see me, because most people can't even see me, and they don't talk to me, and they talk to their fucking projection, and it's a bunch of bullshit, and I get bored of it. So when somebody actually sees me, then it's like, yeah, woo, let's do something. So thank you for... Yeah, I get a kick out of when people actually, like, talk to me. It doesn't happen very often. Yeah, I agree, Jazz, that we can be likened to gods. We can be called gods. We can call ourselves gods. We could also call ourselves whatever the fuck we want to call ourselves. The reason I don't do that is because, well, for one, I don't want to get killed particularly. Whether or not I'm immortal and I'm gonna come back, I don't give a shit about that. I don't particularly like pain, so I don't want to get martyred, you know what I'm saying? Plus, yeah, I just don't want that. So, yeah, we are powerful, but the thing is that the way I look at it is that we're here with limitations, of course. If we didn't have limitations, then we would still be in source and we wouldn't know anything else. There, you know? That's why we can't remember whatever it was before this, because these two are not... our mind can't tolerate whatever the other is. And the other probably can't tolerate the mind. So maybe that's what Jesus is. He's the bridge. You know, he's the bridge that... what do you call it? The metaphorical bridge between that really unbridgeable divide between the mind and God or source. Because I fucking know the mind can't. It dies. I've been there. It doesn't just die. It dies quickly and not even quickly. It just dies and it's very painful. Especially when you're identified with it. So being as God source or not, I have to respect whatever area of the realm or manifestation I'm experiencing and not get... I don't want to get a God complex, you know? It's not good. I mean, it's complicated to talk about that particular subject. It's just complicated. Because if you're dealing with regular humans who are, you know, their distortion level is like turned to the max and they don't remember anything at all, and they don't know anything about potential powers or not potential powers, you know what I'm saying? If we're dealing with these people, we can't sit there and say, I am God, because it's not going to work and it's not going to accomplish anything. It's good to talk with amongst each other in this way because we understand what we're saying, but to use this type of language with regular people just doesn't work. So yes, and at the same time, it's dangerous. Everything's not just taken care of for us. We can cause immense pain as creator gods and we don't know everything at this level. We can fucking fall into a pit and experience immense pain. We can cause immense pain to other beings. So the things that I've personally been through have helped me to appreciate the limitations and the structure of this place and whatever other places there are. I appreciate that I don't have to be experiencing infinity all the time, because it's fucking painful, and the transition is painful from the infinite or source back to this and back and forth. It's fucking painful. There's nothing fun about it. So the way I'm going at it is there's multiple levels to the way I look at things, but in the past I have been with the mind that I just noticed that I can like do a little push here and then just like, you know, I like throwing rocks in ponds and seeing a big splash, and I would do that in life itself. Like I would fucking throw a rock, and I know that I'm not the designer of the rock and the designer of the pond, and I'm not literally designing every ripple as it happens, but I have a general idea, and I'm fucking mischievous, so I like, with human interactions, with whatever, I like doing this little poke thing, and to other people, they don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I, at a certain sense, know what I'm doing, and so I'm also reaping some bad rewards, along with, you know, seeing myself have an actual effect on all this shit. And it's a learning experience, and sometimes I regret, you know, poking or whatever, and sometimes I just stay completely quiet, but the curiosity, the creative urge always comes back to me, and you know, I fall in love with the moment again. Sometimes I fucking hate the moment. I hate the present moment. I hate existing in it, and I hate this and that and the other thing. And then I get all pissy and then start pointing fingers at entities and like, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to be doing this? If I did this, fuck me for doing this, and blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on and on. But for the most part, it's good. Like, Alan Watts said something like, he said something like, and Osho has repeated the principle. He said something like, it's always a tug of war between good and evil, but good always wins, and it's something like 66% good and 33% evil. Like, that's the ratio of the good bad pie in order for it to be interesting enough, but that it's not what's the word, there's a word for like a good player, a completely good player, a completely bad play. I forget what the word is. I don't know why. I forget everything. In other words, it's swayed towards good, but it's not 100% good. And there's enough bad to make it interesting, but it's not completely bad. But it's more good than it is bad. That's what these two very wise people, in my opinion, have said, and I agree with it. You know, I don't see just torture going on everywhere. I see hardship, but for the most part, 66% people are good to each other, and it's good. You know, and I deal with my own shit, but for the most part, I'm decent to myself. 66%. I don't know. But at the same time, I very much appreciate being able to touch a mind that can fucking look at my mind. Because most minds either don't see it, can't comprehend it, or they get fucking scared, or they get angry, or they react. And that, you know, that just makes me lonely when people are like that. I want to be able to fucking play in the goddamn playground, and if I don't have any playmates, then I'll either get lonely or pissed off. So I'm really happy to meet you, Jazz, and I'm also happy, and I'm not like desperate for company. I'm just not. I like taking my sweet time with this because